I really appreciate you joining me today, and this story comes from London. A psychiatrist who worked for the NHS from Lewisham helped to run a dark web website that was dedicated to the sexual abuse of children. He has been jailed for 6 years, and this story is really important, even though YouTube won't suggest it as much and they don't advertise on it, but I believe it's worth doing. And it's more important than viral clips that a lot of channels will post just to get views and money. This story is more important because of the fact that Dr. Kabir Garg, 33 years old, was a person of great intelligence and somebody with trust in the community. And this is something that they find a lot more difficult to solve when somebody of a certain IQ gets involved and decides to use their intelligence to manipulate and abuse people. The website that he was part of running had 90,000 members, and it gives a massive insight into how paedophilia works and how these groups exist and how thousands of people, tens of thousands of people will join together in order to share this child abuse every single day. The website was called the ANNEX, and they used a Tor browser, which is a VPN, so it basically hides where you're coming from. It makes it a lot more difficult, some say maybe impossible, for the government to track you, but there are ways that they do go about tracking them devices. In total, there was 1.4 million global users for his website, which facilitated and shared child sexual abuse images. Officers raided his flat that was in Lewisham in November 2022 as part of a coordinated operation with international partners. At the time when the site was open, Garg was logged in as a moderator, and his laptop and other devices were seized for analysis. The website was later shut down, and it was run like a company. It had a team of 30 administrators who worked night shifts around the clock to ensure the smooth running of the site. Investigations showed that Garg was originally just a member, but he dedicated a lot of time and effort to become trusted by the creators and then was made a moderator. He was responsible for enforcing the site's rules and removing members who did not comply. And this for me was mind-blowing because you are sharing child pornography. What are you talking about? You have moderators. What else are you going to be moderating that is any worse than the sharing of child pornography? So I don't know. They don't specify in the case what they moderated, but God knows what could be worse than what they were already doing. NCA officers recovered chat logs from devices on his laptop, and they showed post messages and files that were sent from his account. These clearly demonstrated his sexual interest in children in his role as a moderator. Over 7,000 images and videos of child abuse were found, along with messages that showed him applying for and being promoted to a site moderator rank with great responsibility and access. Garg had a number of articles and journals on his laptop, which he acquired as part of his job as a psychiatrist. This indicated he was well aware of the psychological impact of sexual abuse on children, and the research that he was reading contained titles such as Puberty and Adolescent Sexuality, and also a study on child abuse in India. He pled guilty in January this year to 8 charges that included facilitating the sexual exploitation of children and 3 counts of making indecent images, and also possession of prohibited images. He was sentenced on the 23rd of June at Woolwich Crown Court to the 6 years, and he'd be subject to a sexual health prevention order for the rest of his life. Garg was involved in facilitating the abuse of children on a significant scale. He used the dark web to access a community of paedophiles that shared and discussed the horrific crimes. He then ensured that he became a trusted member of society, and he was invited to become a member of staff for the website. The police believed that there were hundreds of thousands of websites with members like this, and as a doctor of psychiatry, they said he knew about the devastating impact that this would have. And the NCA said they were determined to be able to locate him and to put him in jail. So I thought this story, as I said at the beginning, was very important, and definitely the only reason it will be shared is by you. If you like, comment and share it to your social media and friends, that is the only way this story is going to get read or listened to by anybody, because none of the social medias promote this coverage. So I really appreciate you joining me for this episode. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Peace.